Tuesday night lights from Memorial Field, Edgar Johnson Stadium. It is middle school football time here in Strawberry Country. It's an honor to be with you again tonight. Robert Gilman along with the coach John Thayer, the Hall of Famer Curtis Marlin in the booth with you here on a beautiful Tuesday night from Memorial Field, Edgar Johnson Stadium. We are honored here tonight to have the 2-0 Shafer Green Wave against our 0-2 Portland Panthers. We're going to take a quick timeout. We're going to honor our nation's flag with the national anthem, and we'll be back right after this.
Tennessee Commission for the United States Semi-Quincentennial was created to plan, encourage, develop, and coordinate the commemoration of the 250th anniversary of the founding of the United States, and recognize Tennessee's integral role in that event and the impact of its people on the nation's past, present, and future. The Commission promotes an inclusive statewide celebration and educational commemoration of America's 250th by interpreting and preserving Tennessee's unique stories, objects, landmarks, and places across our diverse state that define who we are as Tennesseans and Americans.
In the city or in the woods, help keep America looking good. Give a hoot, don't pollute. Brought to you by the U.S. Department of Agriculture's Forest Service.
Game world or real world, seatbelts save lives.
Welcome back, Panther Nation, to a Portland Sports Network Tuesday night lights here from Memorial Field, Edgar Johnson Stadium. The Shafer Green Wave come in, John, at 2-0, a 12-6 overtime winner last week at White House, and our Panthers dropped to 0-2 last week, 20-6 to Hunter of the T.W. Hunter, the Bucks. They're in Hendersonville. It's good to be back at home, and it's good for an opportunity for our team to get a number one win on the season.
Yeah, we're ready to go. We just need to get a little bit more offense going. Hopefully they get a little wrinkle here and there. We've got times that we look really good with the ball. We just can't get any consistency at all over a long period of time.
We're +2 in the turnover category. We've had only 3 turnovers for the season thus far, but we have recovered or had an interception on 5. But I'm agreeing with you 100% there, Coach. Offensively, we got to get some momentum here and have some more consistency.
Yep, I agree. I'm sure this week they worked on it in practice. And let me try to get this camera angle somewhere better so you can watch our Panthers take the field. We've got our 4 captains walking up to midfield now.
Trying to get those numbers here to make sure I recognize our Panthers. It looks like that is number 19, Braylon Cherry, number 99, Maverick Martin, number 25, that is Markel Burnett, and number 11, Colton Willoughby. So that's our captains for tonight as they get ready to go out for the coin toss here in just a moment. The Shafer Green Wave come in right now at 2-0, 12-6 winner last week against White House. They love to spread the field, shotgun, twin sets in the backfield. A lot of offenses are going to that, Coach, that run and shoot, run and gun formation, and their key players is number 35 for the Green Wave. You'll hear a lot of his name called tonight, offensively and defensively. Sawyer St. Amar. He's the halfback and defensive end, and they're led by their 7th grade quarterback, one of the greatest high school names or middle school names I've heard in a while, number 7, Knox Van Pelt.
Yeah, you got to love that number, and that name is something else too. I think they had some kind of sports in mind for him from the get-go.
And tonight, Coach, as we made mention, the Panthers come in at 0-2. Defensively, they've done quite well. Offensively, they just got to get some rhythm going in that offense.
Yeah, I agree with you. Last week on the defensive part, it was a really 8-6 ball game, I believe, and then we had a 4th down and long and threw a pick 6.
75 yards.
And then a little bit later, then we tried to go for it and had a little blotched punt, 4th down kind of deal, and gave them a ball. I'm not sure the yardage out, 20, 25 yards, not very much, and they pushed it in then. So that kind of hurt, but defensively, other than that, they're looking really good. The week before, the quarterback was a pretty good little, or last week there was a good little option guy, scored a touchdown on there.
Yes.
Once he scored that one touchdown, though, they shut him down the rest of the night. And to me, he was always going to be their third down option, so that was pretty nice.
Once again, third game in a row, Coach, the Panthers are going to receive. Looks like they're going to be going from north to south here from Memorial Field, Edgar Johnson Stadium. Robert Gilman, the Hall of Famer, Curtis Marlin, and John Thayer calling the action for you tonight on a beautiful night here in Strawberry Country. The Green Wave come on to the field with their gold pants, white jersey, green numbers outlined in yellow helmets with the S on the side. And the Portland Panthers come out with their purple pants, gray jerseys with white and gray trim, white helmets with the Pyre P, and the running Panther on the left side. Ready for action.
It's interesting. One name that caught my attention on their roster, his last name is Woods. I wonder if he's related to any of the famous Woods from Gallatin.
Let's talk about a little Goo Baby Woods. Carl Goo Baby, Thomas D. Woods. Yes.
Yeah, TD
Wood.
scored a lot of TDs
He
for
sure
University
did.
of Tennessee.
And there's a Jaquan Bass. I wonder if that's Ronnie Bass's son or grandson, former Green Wave there from Gallatin.
If anybody knows, let us know.
That's right. Please. So the Panthers are ready to receive. Kick is away. They tried to onside kick it, and it didn't even go 7 yards. So that's where the Panthers are going to get a short field at the 47-yard line, Coach.
Yeah, that's a good start for us. On the video, bear with us. We do have video. We don't have the camera yet that was donated, which I'm going to give a little shout-out later for that. But as far as moving it around and stuff, just bear with us because we don't have a full-time camera operator. So I've got to try to keep up with the color part of it too. So, but at least we do got a good feed. I think it looks pretty nice, and we got a little scoreboard to go with it.
So the Panthers come out on offense. Willoughby in the backfield, along with number 4, your quarterback, Jackson Cook.
And then I'm sure it's Markel Barnett. 25,
Yeah, Barnett. Yes, I was trying to get that number. Toss sweep to the right side. Got some blocking out front. Past the 50, down near the 40-yard line. They're going to say he was knocked out at the 41. A good 5-yard gain on the first play, Coach.
Yeah, that was a good pickup. We got a pancake block right out of the gate on the corner, and that gave him the yardage so he could get first down.
So the Panthers, first play of the game, 5 yards. We're going to call it 2nd and 5. Opening quarter here from Memorial Field, Edgar Johnson Stadium. I tell you what, I'm impressed with that color technique out there, man. Those purple pants and gray jerseys.
Yeah,
That's
I
nice.
like it. It's a nice little uniform combination going on.
2nd down and 5. Panthers rush to the line.
Yeah, they were at the line once. Quarterback brought them back. So they need to keep an eye on that clock because the referee just raised his hand, which I think means inside 10 seconds.
I formation, handoff, looking for a little running room. That should be a face mask. It was not called.
Yeah, by looking at the coaches on the sideline, I think maybe he got pad because not one of them kind of were outraged. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But up here, it looked like he did grab him by something other than what he needed to.
Birch was on the tackle for the Green Wave. The Green Wave come out in a 4-2-5, 4 down linemen, 2 linebackers. And again, number 35 is their stud defender here on the left defensive end. I formation with the wing back here on the near side. Receiver to the far side. Snap. Toss sweep. Running away from him. Got a little running room. Can he get the edge? No, sir-ree, because number 5, Blaine Page, was there to make the play from the outside linebacker position for the Green Wave.
Yeah, Willoughby did a good job. He had a guy slashing through the line, picked him up real quick, but we didn't block the edge, and they got over there and made a tackle. Ended up getting a loss.
So now, Coach, we went from 2nd down and 5 to 3rd down and 8. We're going to call it 7. Fourth and 7. My bad. 4th down and 7 for the Panthers. They got to get down to the 36-yard line for the first.
Yeah, the big thing here is you obviously want to get you a first down, but you don't want to do anything careless and turn the ball over where they can return the fumble or interception.
9 men in the box for the Green Wave. They're bringing pressure. Quarterback rolling out, looking downfield. Can he find somebody? He throws it out here in the flat, and it falls incomplete. So now it's a turnover on downs, so the Green Wave will take possession.
Yeah, I know it's kind of tough, but the quarterback, when he got to the edge, I think he should have stepped up. And then he would have had an option to run or find him a receiver. When you get on the sideline, that kind of helps the defense out as far as having another guy there to help push you out. It kind of narrows the field down.
So the Panthers turn it over on downs after a 5-yard gain on the first down. And now your Shafer Green Wave. Head coach Andy Arnold for the Shafer Green Wave. They're in shotgun formation. Sidecar to the left. Now they shift into more of a pistol formation with twins right and left. Hard snap count. Ball on the ground and nearly recovered by the Panthers. What a surge by the defensive lineman there that came in there, Coach, and nearly come up with the football.
Yeah, that was almost a big mistake by the quarterback. Braylon Cherry got in there for the tackle, but the quarterback tried to pick it up, and when he lifted it up, that ball was wide open. Cherry could have easily got in there and got on top of it.
So a loss of nearly 8 yards on the play. We're going to call it 2nd and 18. Snap was low, as the coach shared with you. Also, I believe, Coach, he looked like he looked up when the ball was being snapped, and he just never got true possession of it.
Right. The only advice I would have gave to him is just fall down on it and not try to pick it up after it hit the ground.
Twin receivers here on the near side. Shotgun formation. Snap. Inside veer. Trying to make some running room, and the defense was there. A gain of maybe 2, and it's going to be 3rd down and long, and that's where we want them at.
Yeah, I didn't see the lineman who made the initial contact, but Willoughby finished it up from his linebacker spot. So that was a good job of holding him up, and Willoughby coming in and finish it up.
So this is where you want them at, Coach. 3rd down and 15 here in first quarter action from Memorial Field, Edgar Johnson Stadium.
Yeah, we just don't want to. We got to stick to them on our corners here. We can't let them have anything too easy. And they got a trips formation out here, don't they?
Yes, they do. Trip formation here on the left side, near side, receiver to the far, motion this way, snap again, hits him in the face mask, and that's 2 fumbles by the quarterback. That time, I don't know if he was expecting the snap, Coach.
Yeah, I don't know. It was a little high. I'm kind of glad it was a bad snap because they had 4 guys over here on that pattern. So that they're going to run it again. It's going to be interesting the way we defend it.
And, Coach, you called it. They had 4 guys, and we only had 2 defenders.
Yeah, it could have been nasty. We'll have to see.
So, 4th down for the Green Wave. They're in punt situation. Trying to see who's back for us deep there, Coach. Snap. Left-footed kicker kicks it away, takes a bounce, and is picked up and immediately hit by the Green Wave. And that was number 3, I believe, for our Panthers. That's Corbin Welch on the receiving end of 2 things, the ball and a big hit.
Yeah, he's got to be careful because I'm not making fun of him. I'm a little guy too, but he's a small guy, and you don't want that ball to pop out and give them field position right back.
So our second possession here in the first quarter, and, Coach, this is not a repeat record, but we know that possessions are limited in middle school football with 8-minute quarters, and we're fortunate 3 and out. Get the ball back here at the 30-yard line for our second possession.
Yeah, it almost seems like lately it's been averaging 1 possession a quarter. Mm-hmm. So this is our second in this quarter, so that's good.
High formation, right off tackle, up the middle, got a little running room, and nearly broke it and passed the 35 to about the 36, 37. We're going to call it 2nd and 4.
Yeah, Troy Woods, I think that was number 31 there that made that tackle. And
yes, sir.
He's not related to T.D. Woods, I don't believe. But that was a nice tackle there because they had some open field.
He had real estate, Coach. He had real estate. So we bring it down. The line lines up in the I formation, wing to the right, receiver here on the near side. 2nd down and 4. Handoff inside. They found something inside, and that time again, a tough game. He rumbled and tumbled, and we're going to call it 3rd and 1.
Yeah, they got a couple guys knifing through. Willoughby did a good job of picking the first one up. but the second one was, and the third one, there was just nobody there to pick them up. He took a hard hit. He did a good job of holding on to the ball.
So they're calling it 3rd and 2, ball at the 38-yard line. It is really hard to tell the time that is remaining on the clock. I want to say 1:53 and counting.
Yeah, I believe you're right, but the sun's right in it. You're right.
So a big 3rd down play here for the Panthers. 3rd down and 2. Single wing, receiver on the near side. Come out, handoff up high, running low, and he makes the charge past the sticks for what? Panther Nation, 1st and 10.
That's Colton Willoughby getting the ball carry there. That was big. I think if we didn't lose any yardage there, we were going to go for it. You know, right? I think we were, no doubt, even though it's on that side of the field, Coach felt good about the down and distance.
And, Coach, right now, they're having success inside the tackles.
That's been their thing all year, I think. Even their outside runs, we're kicking it off the tackle, so to speak. So that seems to be our bread and butter. We don't seem to go east and west very well.
Handoff inside once again. He gets a little bit of a surge. Looks like they're going to give him 2, maybe 2.5. Coach, they got 10 men inside the box there, the Green Wave does, on the defensive side of the ball.
Yeah, they're pretty sure we're not going to throw the ball for sure. And if we keep getting positive yards, that's going to be one of those plays that maybe you do a quick handoff, fake handoff, and just throw it to a spot. You know, I'm not at practice, so I don't know if they've got those kind of plays or not. But when they're putting 10 in the box, sooner or later, you do got to pull the trigger on a safe play. But it's got to be something quick.
Yeah. So once again, offset eye this time with the wing back to the near side, or far side, excuse me. Inside handoff. Willoughby, the rumble, the tumble down close to the 50, Coach. Looks like the line judge is going to call it the 49, but I thought he had the surge close to the 50. So it's going to be 3rd down and 3.
Yeah, that was a nice run, and that's the thing about it. That's going to be the half, isn't it?
End of the first quarter. So at the end of 1, it's no score between the Shafer Green Wave and the Portland Panthers. But the Panthers have it at 3rd and 3 at the 49 when we come back for second quarter action right here on the Portland Sports Network.
This is Curtis Marlin, PHS class of 1977 and a member of the Portland High School Hall of Fame. You're listening to Portland Sports Network.
Game world or real world, seatbelts save lives.
Do you know who sets up the game field, runs the concession stand, and takes care of the needs of your Portland football teams? The Portland Quarterback Club. They work extremely hard to make sure the stadium is in tip-top shape for all PHS and Portland Middle home games. They also make and serve the delicious food you can find at the concession stand, aka the Panther Den. You can also buy Portland gear at the Panther Hut. If you are interested in how you can help the Quarterback Club, go over to the Panther Hut and tell them you would like to be involved.
So it's a big 3rd down and 3 right now for the Panthers at the 49. Inside handoff, and he passes the sticks, Bonnie Fusel, and gains a 1st down for the purple and white. That inside surge is doing a great job right now, Coach.
Yes, they are, and I don't want to say I've been preaching it the last 2 games, but I kind of have. That's our strength. You know, stay with it. You know what I'm saying? If that's your strength. Real quick, first quarter stats, Shafer's got -6 yards. Portland has got 23 yards.
And a 1st down past the 50 on the second possession of the Panthers offense here as we start second quarter action from the 47-yard line. I formation.
They're
wing
offsides.
back. Yeah, they're off sides, and I think they've caught it. That would be in favor of the Panthers. Are they calling it against the Panthers?
No, they're calling it Shafer, right?
I hope so.
Yeah,
he's going the right direction now. He was facing he's facing south. So that means, Coach, with that offsides, it'll be a 2nd down.
And sometimes, I'm not saying it here, I'm just saying in general,
And
sometimes coaches kind of start looking like they just got handed a big thing of candy on a 1st and 5 and start thinking about doing something fancy. Man, I keep pounding them.
So it's second down and 5 or first and 5? First down and 5 for the Panthers. Slot receiver here on the near side with a wing back here on the left side out of the I formation. Oh, a little inside Sally. And we got run and run. Down past the 30 and dropped down near the 28-yard line, but we do have a flag.
It's in a holding spot.
Let's see. You caught it, Coach. Holding against the Panthers.
Yeah, that was a nice play. Just there's one guy that was there that could have made the tackle, and our offensive guy just wasn't in position, so he grabbed him.
They're really crashing down. The defense was. Don't pick the flag up, Bub. Unless he's already marked it, but they've already marked it. So we went from first down and 5 to first and 15. Back past the 50 to the 47. 6 minutes here in second quarter action. No score. Panthers with the football. Snap. Inside handoff. Got a little running room and a surge again. Almost back to the original line of scrimmage. We're going to call it 2nd and 11.
Yeah, that was a good run. I'm telling you, Burnett, he's tough. He's not slowing down on his hits, and he's gotten a lot of hits already in this game. But he hit that hole really hard. There was nothing at the first layer. Then he made some contact at the second layer and got a good run.
And, Coach, we've talked about this in the previous 2 games. They're running low to the ground, so it's making it harder for them to tackle.
Yeah, no doubt about it at all.
A shout-out to that offensive line thus far, doing a great job in the trenches. Double wing set for the first time tonight. Motion this way. Defense jumped. Hard snap count. Motion this way. Drew them offside again.
Yeah, you get it any way you can get it.
That's right. So now we got a timeout on the field. Shafer. And with that, we're going to take a timeout. We'll be back. You're listening to Panther Football here on the Portland Sports Network.
Special thanks to Stacy Lane with High Point Family Wellness and Pediatrics for hooking PSN up with a quality camera to video these events. Thank you.
Graphic Obsessions on Main is your Portland Panther football headquarters for Panther apparel. Don't see it in your size? Just ask, and we'll print it on your size in minutes. From t-shirts and caps to hoodies and more, Graphic Obsessions on Main has what you need to support the Panther football season. Stop in today or visit our Facebook page. Graphic Obsessions on Main in Portland. Touchdown! Open Tuesday through Friday 9 to 5 and Saturdays 9:30 to 3.
Hey, this is Chris Rickard, 1997 graduate and Portland High School Hall of Famer. You are listening to PHS Football on Portland Sports Network.
Join us Saturdays from 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. for Off the Rails, brought to you by Portland Sports Network's YouTube channel. Hosted by Coach Miguel Almendarez, Kyle Eden, and Coach John Thayer. We talk about local high school sports, as well as other local and college sports, and any other subject that might come up.
Back.
Double wing set for the Panthers after the 5-yard offsides penalty for the defense. Fumble on the play. Did we recover it?
I believe we got it.
And we might have gained a yard on the play. Curtis, our stat man over here, has told us that's play 13 right there for the Panthers to Shafer's 3. And the old saying is, Coach, run the rock, run the clock.
Yeah, there's no doubt about it. And the old saying, too, is when you got the ball and you're getting a lot of plays, you need to try to score. Because it all equals out sooner or later sometimes. But
third down and 6 for the Panthers. Ball at the 43-yard line. 5:15 and counting here in the first half. Double wing. Quarterback, no, he hands it off. Got speed sweep, and he's close to the first down. We're going to call it a half a yard short.
They acting like there's a fumble.
Did they call it?
I believe so.
Wait a minute.
This guy's giving him a first down. The guy on the other side pointed that way for Gallatin ball.
Wow. I didn't see the ball hit the ground. One guy says one thing, the other guy says another thing.
I just seen the reaction by the Gallatin players, scrumble, like it was a fumble, so that's all I can base it on.
I'm with you, Coach. So the first turnover of the night goes in favor of the Green Wave of Shafer when we had close to the first down and ball was stripped loose.
Yeah, we were right there for the first down. It was a great play, a great run. We just didn't hold on the ball at the end.
So we got trip receivers over here on the near side. Shotgun, sidecar to the right of the quarterback. This could be bad. And he swings it out, and he's got some open field. Past the 40, the 50, and ladies and gentlemen, they're not going to catch him. 30, 20, touchdown, Green Wave, Nealon Harris for 43 yards.
Yeah, I think it was 63. I'm doing the math.
63, my bad.
63. You know, that was the play they had.
I was looking at the yard line.
I have to be doing this stuff with my fingers. Curtis just does it. It's bizarre.
Yeah.
But anyway, that was the play they were going to run the last time they had the ball, and they fumbled it, where they had just absolute devastating numbers on that side.
So the PAT to come after the 63-yard pass from the Green Waves are in a pistol formation, twin receivers, and now they're moving people around. With an up back, that's big number 35. And they hand it off. We had them stopped, and I think we stopped them. So the PAT is no good. So your score is now 6-0 in favor of Shafer. One big play, Coach. We've talked about that. And it seems like it's been a season of big plays for our opposition.
Yeah, it is definitely that. The bad thing is they kind of showed us that the last time they had it. So,
yeah,
you know, I'm not second-guessing anything at all, obviously, but it was – They showed they wanted to do it. They couldn't pull it off the first time. They went right back to it, which is kind of gutty on their part. And we just didn't have the numbers out there to make any play. You know,
and what great speed by once he got in the open field, he was gone.
And he's a big kid too.
Yes, sir.
It's not like he's no little dude.
Nealon Harris for the Green Wave, 63 yards to pay dirt after the pass. The Panthers are backed up, ready to receive the kickoff. 4:41 remaining here in the first half. Great kick. Retrieved at the 20, 25, 30, 35. Well, actually, about the 33, 32-yard lines where they're going to stop him. A good return. What a kick by the left-footed kicker for the Green Wave.
Yeah, and the last time they kicked it 7 yards, so they decided to take their chance on getting the ball downfield a little bit. Now, Coach Lane, he knows what he's doing. He's a great coach. He's just going to settle them all down and say, look, you know, we've controlled this whole thing so far, but one play, let's get the ball. Don't freak out. Don't rush. Don't panic. Just put a drive together.
And, Coach, I agree with you 100%, but let's just be realistic for a moment. That's like out of the 4 turnovers, 3 of those have been costly this year for the Panthers. They've scored on the 3 turnovers that the opposite team was capable of stopping the Panthers.
Yeah, turnovers, they do hurt you.
Little bunch formation for the Panthers and a surge right up the middle to the 35-yard line. Want to remind our listeners out there, the Portland Youth Football League today had the ribbon cutting for the new concession stand and press box over at Richland Park, which is phenomenal. Thank you for all the volunteers and those who donated their time, money, and energy in making that possible. They will have their Panther Bowl this coming Saturday, starting at 9 o'clock. They're going to have every division. I think there's 5 different teams, 4 different communities, and it should be a great turnout. Sweet, trying to get the edge. Little man's looking for some room and is brought down back toward the original line of scrimmage. That is number 34, Noah Fuller. So I want to invite the Portland community to come out to Richland Park on Saturday for the Panther Bowl and support the Portland Youth Football League. We got a timeout on the field, Coach Lane. And with that being said, Coach, we're going to take a timeout right here. You're listening to Panther Football right here on the Portland Sports Network.
If you've noticed how beautiful the field is tonight, you are seeing the work of Martin Lawn Care. Josh and his team take great pride in their work. If you're looking for help with your lawn or landscape needs, give Martin Lawn Care a call today.
So it's 3rd down and 9 for the Panthers. Fuller came out of the game. Looks like he landed on the football and knocked the breath out of him, but he's on the sidelines. Play action, looking downfield. Throws it out here in the flat and over the head of the intended receiver.
Yeah, he had time to get the pass off. There just wasn't anything open for him to get.
So it's 4th down and 9. I'm trying to catch that jersey number. Is that Feltz? No, it's number 0. That's Jordan Flatt for the intended receiver for the Panthers. So 4th down and 9, ball at the 32-yard line. 2:41, I believe, on the play clock. The sun is shining directly on the scoreboard, and it is very difficult to see the clock. But I can tell you what the score is. It's 6-0 in favor of the Green Wave after a 63-yard touchdown pass. The PAT was no good. So the punting unit comes out for the Panthers. Snap. Kick is away. Great kick, end over end. Retrieved at the 45, the 50, 45, 40, and down near the 35-yard line. A great return by Shafer. Number 30 was there for the Panthers. That's Weston Riggins, along with number 53, Gavin Tornquist, for the Panthers.
The punter was there to make the initial contact.
Yes. A great punt, but a good return as well. Almost back at the original line of scrimmage where we had the football, Coach.
Yeah, we got, 2.5 minutes left in this half. We need to hold them out here. We don't need to let them score for sure.
So the Green Wave with a short field at the 36. Portland defender coming in. That's number 53. Gavin Tornquist is in. Motion.
We got
motion everywhere.
procedure.
Where's the illegal procedure? Where's the flag? That's what I'm talking about. Number 54 for the Green Waves. Chris Louise was moving.
Yeah, their quarterback moved 0 out. They had a lot of guys moving.
I like what the referee said one time. Illegal procedure on everybody.
That was pretty much it for sure.
So it backs them up 5, and with that, the Green Wave take a timeout. We're going to keep it right here. Coach, we got a lot of action going on. Portland Volleyball won their match last night against White House. They're playing at home, I think, tonight. Should be a good matchup there at the gym. If we hear any information about that, we'll pass it along. Portland High School football kicks off Friday night at White House. The Panthers take on the Blue Devils. They're the big Highway 76 rivalry. Do want to make mention to the fans. We got word earlier. The bleachers that were intended on being there for the visitor side will not be there. So show up early, bring a lawn chair, or sit over there on the home side. But there will be no bleachers on the visiting side.
Yeah, that's kind of coincidental, isn't it? Their rivalry coming into town, and they've got no bleachers for that.
Yeah.
I think Portland community more than ever needs to show up in droves.
Yeah.
Just to say, hey, we ain't going to get pushed around like this, or big league.
I think the gates open at 5:30. I think we all just show up and everybody sit on the home side over there. Let the White House folks stand up. Come on, somebody. But here it's 1st and 15 after the fall start by the Green Wave. That's their 3rd penalty tonight for 15 yards. Leading 6-0. 2:44 remaining in the half. Twin receivers to the left side. Motion this way. He shifts to the right. So it's twin to the right. Offset eye. Shotgun. Quarterback looking. Got pressure. He's rumbling. Looking for some running room, and he got nothing because he got hit right at the line of scrimmage by a host of Panthers led by number 19, That is Braylon Cherry.
Yeah, when the quarterback wants to get out and scramble like that, you got to make him pay for it. You got to make him think twice about sitting back there being comfortable. That gets him rushing next time. He might throw an interception.
So 2:17 and counting. Second down, and they're calling it 16. Maybe a loss of 1 on the play. So with that, loss of 1, is that considered a sack?
Yes.
Shotgun formation. Motion. Speed sweep, and we were there to wrap him up, and we missed a tackle, but someone else was there. Number 7 for the Panthers, that's Noah Natazzi, along with who else over there on the far side, Coach?
Looked like number 7 to me, Noah Latazzi. I'm sure they gave us Noah Latanzi.
We'll get it right.
Well, they gave us a pronunciation guide, but you know what? I'm still going to butcher it, and I don't do it on purpose.
Latanzi.
Yeah, Latanzi.
So we apologize, Mom and Dad, if you're listening.
Hey, Sayer's not that hard, but I see it butchered all the time. So.
But what a great defensive play by the fine young man for the Panthers. And, Coach, once again, we find him at 3rd down and long at the 41-yard line. They're calling it 3rd and 19. Big play right here for the defense.
Yeah, we just can't let them beat us deep. We got to keep everything in front.
Shotgun. Snap. No. Pitch. Looking for running room. And he is finally brought down at the 32-yard line. Coach, I was concerned about that shoestring tackle for the defense.
Yeah, I was too. It looked like they had a few more guys over there that were keeping us from getting penetration, so I was scared. But luckily someone did get in there and make a good tackle.
Looks like Wyatt Creekmore coming in the game for the Panthers. Timeout on the field by the Green Wave. We have to take a timeout. You listen to Panther Sports right here on the Portland Sports Network.
In the city or in the woods, help keep America looking good. Give a hoot, don't pollute. Brought to you by the U.S. Department of Agriculture's Forest Service.
2 guys drove to work. Neither guy wore a seatbelt. One guy got a ticket. One guy didn't. The same 2 guys drove home. One guy wore his seatbelt. One guy didn't. One guy made it home. The guy not wearing his seatbelt didn't. Don't risk it. Click it or ticket. Paid for by NHTSA.
We're back. Big 4th down play for the Green Wave. Hard snap count. Snap, looking downfield, got a receiver, and he tripped over his own feet. That is no pass interference. He's wanting it, but he's not going to get it. And what that means, it's 1st and 10 for your Portland Panthers.
Yeah, there was absolutely there was contact, but they were all tangled up. But he did what he's supposed to do. He's supposed to try to cry for that interference call and see if you can get someone to give it to you.
And I'm going to tell you something, Coach. That young man's got a height advantage, to say the least. Matthew Griggs, number 2.
Yeah, I'm going out there again with him before this night's over.
Absolutely. So 44 seconds, 49 seconds. It's hard to see, but anyway, the Panthers have the football.
Yeah, here, try to see if you can break off a run. I wouldn't do anything way out of character because the one thing you don't absolutely want to do is give the ball up on a turnover here.
So a good defensive stand for the Panthers. Double wing set. Motion this way. Speed sweep. No, inside handoff. And, man, that linebacker was there to make a play, but it wasn't enough because we got about 6 on the play by Willoughby.
Yeah, that was a good burst there. Coach Lane did a great job calling a timeout. Because, like I said, you never know. We cut one loose here and get a touchdown on a good run, so you might as well give it everything you got here. I like the coaching right here.
Remind our listeners out there, next week we will be on the road taking on, help me out, Coach. next week's game?
To be honest,
I used to have the roster.
I've got no clue. Curtis, who we play next week?
I used to have a schedule, but I don't know where we're at.
I get too much thing being a cameraman and
we got too many responsibilities here.
Yeah, and the color guy and the computer operator. I don't know who we play next week.
But
we're playing Tuesday. That's all that matters.
I tell you where we're going. We're going to Hawkins. That's where we're going.
Hawkins, which is where they play at Hendersonville High School.
I hope so.
Okay, that's where we're going.
That's where we're going to Hawkins next week. Big matchup. Speaking of Hawkins and Hendersonville and Gallatin matchup. Friday night lights there in Hendersonville. But the game of the night, we'll get to that in a minute. 2nd down and 5. Pressure. Inside handoff that time. They stopped it right there. The Greenway. The game of the night, probably Middle Tennessee, will be Oakland at CPA. Saturday.
Yeah, that's going to be a really good game.
That could be a MyTV 30 game.
CPA struggled record-wise last year, but they were in a division that was killer, no doubt, because they forced them to move up last year to the higher private school division. And if you've been keeping up with the higher private school division, it's just loaded with one team after the other. So it's going to be a good play. Every year CPA is going to play you tough.
So the Panthers take their final timeout, 3rd down and 5. The down and distance on the field. Portland will be at White House Friday night. You can hear all the action right here on the Portland Sports Network.
That's what I was going to say. The game of the week's Portland White House.
Yeah, the game of the week on Friday night will definitely be Portland White House, the Highway 76 rivalry.
I'm told that this is the 50th year anniversary for the field down there in White House.
Oh, wow.
That's what I was told. Curtis didn't tell me, so I'm not sure if it's true or not. But the information I got is pretty reliable.
3rd down and 6. 24 seconds left. Toss sweep. Trying to get the edge. He got the surge. Who was that came up and made a great tackle for the Greenway? Is that number 1? I believe it is. Rakeem McClanahan.
Yeah, I thought something was going to be there, but he blew the block up and took the ball carrier down all in one fell swoop.
And with that, it's a loss of down. It's 4th and 10, but 4 seconds left, and Coach Lane is just going to let the quarter expire. So with that being said, at halftime, 6-0 is your score in favor of the Shafer Greenway. We'll be back right after these messages for some halftime stats and analysis and some comments. You're listening to Portland Panther football right here on the Portland Sports Network.
This is Coach Danny Thompson, Portland High School Hall of Famer. You're listening to PHS Athletics on Portland Sports Network.
Tennessee Commission for the United States Semiquincentennial was created to plan, encourage, develop, and coordinate the commemoration of the 250th anniversary of the founding of the United States and recognize Tennessee's integral role in that event and the impact of its people on the nation's past, present, and future. The Commission promotes an inclusive statewide celebration and educational commemoration of America's 250th by interpreting and preserving Tennessee's unique stories, objects, landmarks, and places across our diverse state that define who we are as Tennesseans and Americans.
In the city or in the woods, help keep America looking good. Give a hoot, don't pollute. Brought to you by the U.S. Department of Agriculture's Forest Service.
Special thanks to Stacy Lane with High Point Family Wellness and Pediatrics for hooking PSN up with a quality camera to video these events. Thank you.
From phones and laptops to toys and tools, many of our favorite things run on batteries. But when tossed in the trash or recycling bin, these batteries can spark intense fires that are nearly impossible to stop. Battery fires are happening more often. They've destroyed homes, burned down garbage trucks and recycling centers, and, tragically, taken lives. When a facility goes up in flames, trash and recycling services can be shut down for weeks or even months. The good news, battery fires are easy to prevent. Just remember, never throw batteries in the trash or recycling bin. Always tape the ends and drop them off at a safe collection site or mail them in using a certified return box.
Game world or real world, seatbelts save lives.
you know why Smokey tells you when he sees you passing through? Remember, please be careful, it's the least that you can do.
Don't play with matches, don't play with fire.
After 80 years of learning his wildfire prevention tips, Smokey Bear lives within us all. Learn more at SmokeyBear.com, and remember,
only you can prevent wildfires.
brought to you by the USDA Forest Service, your state forester, and the Ad Council.
Two guys drove to work. Neither guy wore a seatbelt. One guy got a ticket. One guy didn't. The same two guys drove home. One guy wore a seatbelt. One guy didn't. One guy made it home. The guy not wearing his seatbelt didn't. Don't risk it. Click it or ticket. Paid for by NHTSA.
Nobody had to tell your grandparents not to drive while using their typewriters. Why should it be any different for us kids and our cell phones? Distracted driving was the cause of more than 3,000 deaths in 2022. Come on, we're smarter than this. Let's put down the phones and focus on the roads. Drive safe, everybody.
Don't drive distracted. A message brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, Project Yellow Light, and the Ad Council.
Hear that? That's the sound of your life. But every time you drive after drinking, the music gets drowned out. Buzz driving is drunk driving.
You're not gonna get it all right. Just make sure you nail the big stuff.
Mama!
Like making sure your kids are in the right seat for their age and size. Get it right at nhtsa.gov/the-right-seat.
For decades, I've taught you everything I know. How to safely build a fire. How to control the flames. What to do with hot coals. How to secure your chains. But I can only teach wildfire prevention. Only you can prevent wildfires.
Graphic Obsessions on Main is your Portland Panther football headquarters for Panther apparel. Don't see it in your size? Just ask, and we'll print it on your size in minutes. From t-shirts and caps to hoodies and more, Graphic Obsessions on Main has what you need to support the Panther football season. Stop in today or visit our Facebook page. Graphic Obsessions on Main in Portland. Touchdown! Open Tuesday through Friday 9 to 5 and Saturdays 9:30 to 3.
Join us Saturdays from 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. for Off the Rails, brought to you by Portland Sports Network's YouTube channel. Hosted by Coach Miguel Almendarez, Kyle Eden, and Coach John Thayer. We talk about local high school sports, as well as other local and college sports, and any other subject that might come up. Tune in and join in on the conversation. Off the Rails.
This is Portland High School Hall of Famer Philip Gunnar Thayer. You are listening to PHS Athletics on Portland Sports Network.
Welcome back. It's halftime from Memorial Field, Edgar Johnson Stadium. 6-0 your score in favor of the Green Wave over your Portland Panthers. 3 minutes remaining here in the remaining of the half. Both cheerleading squads done their routine. Coach, we talked about it off the air during the game, pregame, even postgame. It only takes one play, and thus far that one play was a 63-yard touchdown pass for the Green Wave, and that's the only score of the night. 6-0 is your score.
Yeah, that's the only really play they had at all that was semi-decent, really. You know what I'm saying? We had them controlled most of the whole game except for that one play. The bad thing is it first play right out of a fumble, wasn't it? Wasn't it the first play?
Yes.
And the fumble was right at the first down marker.
Yeah.
So we went from having a first down on the drive that we were doing into giving up a touchdown and getting behind 6-0.
So actually, when we look at the plays, we've outnumbered them in plays. They've outgained us in yardage, but yet we're behind 6-0.
Yeah, well, for Shafer, they've got 2 rushing yards, 63 passing yards on one play for a total of 65 yards. They've had 3 penalties for 15 yards and 0 turnovers, 8 plays. For Portland, we've had 45 yards rushing, 0 yards passing for a total of 45. See, I can add. Some people didn't think I could do that. Of course, Curtis figures it up for me. He doesn't leave you hanging by having to do your own homework.
Got to have it.
Yeah, we had 1 penalty for 10 yards and 1 turnover and 19 total plays. So we've doubled up on their plays big time.
And again, that turnover costly due to the fact of the we had the first down, ball popped out, turnover, and they scored quickly with the trip receivers over here. Little screen pass, a little screen pass out here to their big guy, and he just took it 63 yards.
Yeah, and the bad thing about that was on the third down play prior they had that play set up.
Yes.
And we were calling for men to come on over, and the quarterback fumbled the ball, so they couldn't get the play off. The very next time they had possession of the ball, they decided to run that play.
And it was costly, 63 yards, and the PAT was no good. One reminder, Panther fans, Friday night we will be at White House, the Highway 76 rivalry. Unfortunately, the bleachers will not be ready for the Friday night game, so get there early. Plan to bring a chair or get there real early at 5:30, and I say we take over their home side and just make them stand up.
Yeah,
so that's just Rob's opinion, and for what it's worth, but there'll be no bleachers for the Friday night game. You guys are going to do the broadcast from a trailer?
Yeah, from what I hear.
Josh Martin
is going to hook us up with one of his trailers. I got permission from the AD for us to pull it up and drive it in there. They even put us a little place on their map for the broadcast booth to get. So I told everybody I'm going to bring my DC generator. We got the Wi-Fi thanks to the city, and we got the equipment. And the equipment's mobile. You can take it anywhere you got as long as you got Wi-Fi and power. And the little power box I got is pretty awesome.
Hey,
so
if there's
we
anybody,
won't have any problem at all.
If there's anybody who knows about power, it's the guy behind us, Mr. Brandon Roberts. I mean, we can run from a cigarette lighter from extension cords to broadcasting from a parking lot. It doesn't matter, man.
Well, last year when we were in Nolensville, the AD assured us that there would be power on the visitor side. So we went down, looked everywhere for power, and during that time I was helping Curtis find the field. So it was a double stressful moment because I didn't want to leave Curtis hanging, but I was needing to find power. Well, our drone operator's wife realized that we were looking for power, and they had one of the little packs in their truck and let us borrow it. And man, we had a half a pack left at the end of the game, so I went out and bought one for myself from this winter storm we just had that I didn't need, thank goodness. But it works good on these sporting events if you need it.
So the game will be kicking off at 7 o'clock there in White House. Gates will open, I'm assuming, around 5:30. Again, no visitors, bleachers for the visitor side for our Panthers, so you may want to bring a chair or get there early and sit over there on the home side. But here, nevertheless, the Panthers trail 6-0 to the Shafer Green Wave of Gallatin. Next week, we'll be taking on Hawkins, away game. I think we got back-to-back away games. Hawkins, and then we'll follow up with, I'll get you here in a minute. The following week, we'll get you there in a second. The following week, again, we'll be on the road at Knox Dawes. So we got this home game and then 2 on the road, both in Hendersonville, one against Hawkins and the other against Knox Dawes.
And we are going to have video Friday night? Okay, again, we're going to do Wi-Fi though, right? So that's going to be interesting, but the man with the brains said it's going to work, so I'm not worried about it.
And you can see the replay of the Portland game right there on cable channel 3 or
See it live on Portland Sports Network.
That's right, or Channel 99, right, on AT&T. So, we're ready for the second half kickoff here. Middle school action, Panthers and the Shafer Green Wave of Gallatin. Robert Gilman, the Hall of Famer Curtis Marlin, John Thayer in the booth for you tonight, calling all the middle school action for you here on the Portland Sports Network. 11. We got 11. They're looking for a football and a tee. Once we get the tee and the football out there, we can go to work.
Yeah, I think the tee's out there.
So the Panthers will be kicking south to north, right to left. And if there's ever a time they need to come out and make a big play here in the third quarter, it's now. Stop these boys. Let's get the football. Kick is away. Pooch kicked over here on the near side. No one's there to retrieve it. Can we get on it? No, we didn't, but we nearly had him. But, man, immediately brought down by a host of Panthers. And what a great job on the special teams unit. And we nearly came up with that football, Coach.
Yeah, it all starts with the kicker. There's a place that they've got it planned for him to put the ball, and he absolutely has got to get in that spot. And then all your coverage guys have got to get downfield and get there.
He just chipped it right up there. Great kick. I'll give a kudos to the special teams unit on that play. Now it's time for this defense to show up. Make a big play here in the second half, trailing 6-0. Quarterback this time is under center. Offset eye. Snap. Inside handoff to the big man, number 35, Sawyer St. Amar. And he is one big guy to bring down. We're going to call it 3-4 yards on the play. Second down for the Green Wave.
Yeah, number 7, Noah got him, locked him up, and didn't have any problem with him. Nice hit there.
So, second down for the Panthers, trailing 6-0 early here in third quarter action. Changed it up a little bit there, Coach. First time tonight that they've been under center. Most of the time they've been in the shotgun pistol set. And speak of that, they're in the shotgun here. Trip receivers on the far side with only 2 men again to cover. Wing back to the left side of the quarterback. Motion. It's the same play. Throws it out. Receives it. He's running downfield. 40, 30, 20, 10. Touchdown. And, Coach, that one was 67 yards.
Well, if anything, they're consistent with how many yards away from the touchdown they call it.
Wow. Same play for the Green Wave at the 6:56 mark. Second play of the third quarter, and the Green Wave have struck big again. You know, your odds are in favor when you got 3 against 2.
Yeah, well, they actually had 4 against 2 because they had that tight end that was kicked out a little bit, and then they swung the guy out. So it was almost kind of like the same numbers they had the first time they scored a touchdown.
So they got an offset eye with a sneaker back to the left of the tackle, left tackle. Cornerback under center here. Snap. Speed sweep. Trying to get the edge for the 2-point conversion, and it is good. 14-0 in favor of the Green Wave. We're going to take a timeout. You listen to Panther Football right here on the Portland Sports Network.
This is Coach Danny Thompson, Portland High School Hall of Famer. You're listening to PHS Athletics on Portland Sports Network.
In the city or in the woods, help keep America looking good. Give a hoot, don't pollute. Brought to you by the U.S. Department of Agriculture's Forest Service.
Do you know who sets up the game field, runs the concession stand, and takes care of the needs of your Portland football teams? The Portland Quarterback Club. They work extremely hard to make sure the stadium is in tip-top shape for all PHS and Portland Middle home games. They also make and serve the delicious food you can find at the concession stand, aka the Panther Den. You can also buy Portland gear at the Panther Hut. If you are interested in how you can help the quarterback club, go over to the Panther Hut and tell them you would like to be involved.
We're back after the 67-yard TD pass. PAT no good. Second play of the second half for the Shafer Green Wave. PAT was good, so it is 14-0. They tried that little swift kick once again. That time, the Panthers recovered. Number 20, Chris Crosswhite, on the kickoff there. Great job. So they will have the ball at the 49, 1st and 10 for their first possession of the second half. Coach, 2 big plays, the difference in this ball game.
Yeah, there's no doubt. The key is we've had possession and drove a little bit, so we got to get something going here. We got to come up with points on this drive in my mind.
Single wing on the far side, offset I formation for the Panthers. Snap, inside handoff, got a little running room, got a surge down near the 40. We're going to call it the 41. 2nd down and 2 for the Panthers.
Yeah, nice push on the line, good ball carrying.
If there's ever a time that we need to make a play, it's now.
And I believe that was Jacob Armour with the ball carrier there.
Just got a text. High school game of the week on Thursday night on ESPN. The Brentwood Bruins taking on the Baylor Bears. And if anybody knows what Baylor has that running back who just signed recently with the University of Tennessee.
Well, he didn't sign, he committed.
Well,
so there's still money floating around. That
he's getting quite a bit of money right now.
Yeah.
1st down, speaking of money, we just got money. 1st and 10 for the Panthers on a great surge for our running back, and they're moving the chains.
But that'll be an interesting game, and Peyton Manning's son is backup quarterback for that team.
So the Panthers come in once again, I formation, offset I, with the wing back to the far side. Tight set, inside handoff. We got something going off that right guard, right tackle formation, and we take it down to the 32.
Yeah, we're getting a good push right now.
Clock's at 5:22 and counting. Panthers trail 14-0 to the Green Wave of Gallatin, but are on the move. 2nd down, and we're going to call it a long 4. 32-yard line. Thank you, David Hodges, for that update on that game. Thank you. Inside handoff once again. That time they just snuffed it out. Omar was there. Let's see who else is coming up. Number 50 for the Green Wave, Gabe Longest. There you go. On the bottom of the pile for the Gold and White Green Wave. Loss of 1 on the play. We're going to call it 3rd and 5. Big 3rd down play here for the Panthers, no doubt. Coach, 4 down territory.
Yeah, there's no doubt at all. We've got to score, like I said, when the drive first started. So let's see if we can get something first down here and then finish it off with a touchdown.
So they're bringing the receiver out here on the near side. I formation with the wing back to the right. 9 men in the box. Inside handoff. And what a lunge. Close to the 1st down. We're going to be about a half yard to a yard short. Big 4th down call here for the Panthers.
Yeah, we've been doing a good job at quarterback sneak from time to time. I'm not sure we're quite at that distance, but it looks like we may be.
Coach, it's 4th and half a yard. Surely to goodness. With the surge of our line. But, yes, you're right, Coach. That 4th down quarterback sneak on short yardage has been very successful for us this year. So it is 4th down, half a yard, ball at the 28-yard line.
And we've been doing a good job of getting teams to jump off sides, too.
They're jumping, but they're not jumping far enough. Quarterback, snap, handoff, and he was hammered in the backfield. As soon as the ball was handed off, number 2, Matthew Griggs, was there to make the big hit. Wow.
Yeah, I like the call, though. I like getting up there and doing the little freeze, trying to get them to jump, and then instead of turning around and calling timeout, go ahead and run your play. That in itself sometimes gets defenses on their heels.
Yeah.
But they wasn't on their heels.
2 out of 3 isn't bad, but that third was not good. Panthers turning over on downs, making their way into the game now. Knox Shadowins for the Panthers. Green wave under center, I formation. Toss sweep to this side. Got blockers out front, and we had some defenders there to make the stop. Number 41 for the Panthers, that's Sir Barry. Tripped him up, but it's going to be a gain of about 7.
Yeah, we did a good job of stringing it out and making a tackle.
Coach, I was concerned there for a moment. He had some real estate, it looked like.
Yeah, you're not telling a lie there for sure.
2:52 and counting here in the third quarter. Panthers trail 14-0 to the Green Wave of Shafer. 2 big 60-plus yard pass plays. 1 for 63, 1 for 67 is the difference in the ball game. Quarterback under center. That's Knox Van Pelt. What a name. I like it. Snap. Play action. Rolling out. Looking downfield. Dishes it off to the big man. That is Nealon Harris. And he's got real estate. He's running 20, 10, and goal line. Wow, another 62-yard pass for 6. $2:16 remaining here in the third. Wow. He's definitely got some yardage on the passing.
Yeah, definitely, but he hasn't thrown it very far.
No, he's thrown it for 1 yard across the line. I don't even know if he's crossed the line of scrimmage. But it counts as 67, 62, and 63. And they're going for 2 in a shotgun formation. Motion, snap, inside handoff, breaks 1, and is lunging toward the goal line and is no good. So the PAT is no good, but the score now is in favor of the Green Wave, 20-0 at the 2:16 mark. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back right after this.
If you've noticed how beautiful the field is tonight, you are seeing the work of Martin Lawn Care. Josh and his team take great pride in their work. If you're looking for help with your lawn or landscape needs, give Martin Lawn Care a call today.
This is Coach Danny Thompson, Portland High School Hall of Famer. You're listening to PHS Athletics on Portland Sports Network.
Every season, the Portland Middle School football Panthers pay tribute to the tradition of Panther football with their helmet logos. On the left side of the helmet, you will see the Running Panther logo. The Running Panther was introduced in 1967 by the late coach Edgar Johnson and was worn until 1978. On the right side, you will see the Power P logo. The Power P was introduced in 1979 by the late coach John Collins. Other legendary Portland coaches such as Roger Perry, Buddy Fry, and Don Curry have had their teams don the Power P logo as well. Portland Middle School football would like to thank the Johnson family for helping us find the Running Panther logo. We would also like to thank Curtis Marlin and others for helping us recall the history of Portland Panther football.
Yeah, we're back here at Portland Middle School football. Third quarter, 2 minutes and 19 seconds left. Shafer is up 20-0 against your Panthers. Shafer just kicked off. We had about a 10-yard return, so the Panthers got it first down and 10, about the 43-yard line. Hand off to Burnett. He gets to the right side, a couple good blocks. Gets about a 13, 14-yard pickup for a first down for your Panthers. That's a good way to respond. Let's get a couple more of these runs back-to-back and see if we can get something going. Up to this point, Shafer has had 11 plays. 3 of those have been touchdowns of 60 yards and more. Panthers have had 23 plays. Thank you, Curtis Marlin, for these stats. Couldn't do it without you, no doubt. Panthers first down and 10. 45-yard line, a quick pitch to, I think that's Burnett, and he just got blown up. There was just absolutely nothing out there. They shot through the line. Luckily, he just held on to the football because that could have been a whole lot worse than that. It's hard to get a quick pitch like that when you're getting ready to get blown up and keep concentrating on what's going on. So the Panthers now have about second down and 16 yards to go. We're here at Edgar Johnson Stadium, Memorial Field. Beautiful night once the main sun got out of the way, and it's really nice outside right now. So the Panthers are second and 16. I'm not sure where the ball is. Quarterback still has it, and he was brought down for about a 4 to 5 yard loss. I think 3 or 4 of those yards shouldn't have counted. They pushed him back from when they first grabbed hold of him, but so now we've got a third and a bunch, 21 yards to go. Your Panthers behind 20-0 against Shafer out of Gallatin. So I don't know, we got many third down and 20-some yard plays to go, but we're going to try something here. Quarterback's back pass hits Burnett in a flat, and he drops the ball. So it was a nice-looking play. It was only going to get 7 or 8 yards out of it, but it was a good pass play. The ball may have been just an itsy bit behind him, but I think it was easily catchable. I think just tried to catch it and look downfield before we snuggle it in. So it's fourth down and still 21. There's 2 minutes and that may be 2 minutes, 2 seconds, 2.9 seconds left on the board. The sun's finally going down a little bit. It's getting easier to read the scoreboard. So we got 4th and 21. We're short of play here, so we're getting him to get out. Hey, make sure everybody gets up to White House Friday night. Kickoff's at 7. They probably don't open the gate till 6, about the same time they open it here, but I don't know, since there's no seating, they might open it a little bit quicker than that. Willoughby's back to punt on a 4th down and 21. Kick is off, high kick. Gallatin up to get it, almost fumbled it, but got it under control. Really nice tackle by Portland Panthers. Number 32, Hudson Dillard. Huddy, really good baseball player. And it looks like he's going to be a really good football player too. All right, so that is the end of the fourth quarter. We're going to go to a commercial break, and we'll be back shortly to start the fourth quarter. Portland Sports Network.
Graphic Obsessions on Main is your Portland Panther football headquarters for Panther apparel. Don't see it in your size? Just ask, and we'll print it on your size in minutes. From t-shirts and caps to hoodies and more, Graphic Obsessions on Main has what you need to support the Panther football season. Stop in today or visit our Facebook page. Graphic Obsessions on Main in Portland. Touchdown! Open Tuesday through Friday 9 to 5 and Saturdays 9:30 to 3.
We're back here, Portland Panthers fans. Edgar Johnson Stadium, Memorial Field. Portland Middle School starting the fourth quarter, trailing 20-0 against Shafer out of Gallatin. 1st and 10 for Gallatin.
They got that diamond set again over here on the near side, Coach. Looks like the referee is having some equipment, talking to one of the players about their equipment over there on the far side. They've done a good job out of that trip formation, Coach. 3 touchdowns out of that formation.
Yeah, everybody attacks it differently, but what I'm doing with it is I'm getting one of my guys to just come through everybody, just try to go to the deepest point in the formation and blow up and just make sure my one safeties doesn't get beat deep.
They got Harris and Griggs. I'm trying to catch that 3rd number right here for the Green Wave out here.
And then don't forget, they might put a guy in motion over here in the flat as well, which will make it even harder to defend.
And that's big 35 Sawyer Armour on the far side on the wing, as you said, Coach. Empty backfield for the Green Wave. Snap, motion as you said. Fake the speed sweep, looking downfield, got a receiver and retrieves it. 20, 15, 10, gone. 61 yards. 61-yard TD pass on the far side away from the trip formation. They brought motion, kind of mixed it up, and hit the slot receiver, or the wide receiver, excuse me, straight down the field. That was number 1, Rakeem McClanahan.
Yeah, I love the call. They had everything loaded on this side. And the quarterback, it's not a read. He's thrown to one spot, one receiver. He's getting set. He's throwing it. And, you know, they practice the distance, and hopefully he catches it.
I mean, it was a nice pass, but no doubt, by Van Pelt. Snap, shotgun, looking in the end zone, and it is caught by Matthew Griggs for the 2-point conversion. So now your score is 28-0. 7:49 remaining here in the 4th. You know, Coach, we've shut down the running game quite well. But, man, the passing yardage has started to add up quickly.
Yeah, Shafer's quarterback's 4 for 5 for really only about, well, he's had that long pass there for 253 yards, 3 touchdowns.
Wow.
But, I mean, I like that play there big time just because, I mean, when you can't read, not at this age. You're barely ever going to get a quarterback that can read. And you don't want too many options for him. It was a set play.
Yeah.
They had a guy. They're going to throw it in one spot.
Single coverage.
Single coverage, and they're going to throw it to the spot, go catch it. If you don't catch it, play defense and make sure they don't catch it.
And we'll play for another down.
Yeah. But it was absolutely great call, great pattern, great pass.
It was just kudos. I mean, when you see a great play, you got to call it like it is, and that was just an extraordinary play call, single coverage, and Rakeem McClanahan just took it to the house, 61 yards. Kick is away, retrieved at the 23, 25, 30, 35, and finally brought down near the 38-yard line. So it'll be 1st and 10 Panthers. 7:42 remaining in this contest, trailing 28-0. Remind our listeners, we will be back on the air Friday night. It's the Panthers in the Highway 76 rivalry game against White House. Reminding our listeners, there will be no visitors, bleachers on the visitor side. Bring a chair or get there when the gates are open at 5:30, and let's just stack the home side and have plenty of seating.
Yep, Andy Jennings will be doing the play-by-play. Myself and Coach Miguel will be doing the color.
Next week, next Tuesday night, we will be at Hawkins Middle School in Hendersonville. Handoff for the Panthers, and he's got a surge. Past the 40, past the 45, down to the 46-yard line. We're going to call it 2nd down and 2.
I believe that was Burnett again. He's had a good night rushing the ball.
He is running hard.
Yeah, he's a little shook up right now. Let's see if he stays in or comes out.
He's coming out. Looks like number 26 for the Panthers is coming in. Jaden Shefke for the Panthers. 2nd down, they're saying, that's not right. It's 2nd down and 2. 7:22 remaining. Ball at the 46. Snap. Ball on the ground. Did we recover it? Bobbled snap, and fortunately we recovered it, but we lost about 2 yards, so we're going to call it 3rd and 4.
Yeah, you don't want to go backwards in this situation. Every play matters. We got to try to get positive yards on it, but definitely don't want to go backwards.
28-0 is your score. 4 60-plus yard passes is the difference in this ball game for the Green Wave. 63, 67, 62, and 61. Offset wing. Play action. Looking downfield. Quarterback scrambling, trying to find somebody. He finds a receiver out here in the flat for the first down and tackled at the 39. That is number 25 for our Panthers, Burnett.
Yeah, Cook did a good job getting outside and then kind of taking a deep breath and looking, finding his man. Burnett was open. It's almost like the pass play we missed earlier. He did a good job of catching the ball first and then running with it second, not getting ahead of yourself.
And kudos to that offensive line for protection.
Yeah, no doubt about that at all.
1st and 10 at the 39. Clock is at the 6:08 mark here in fourth quarter action. Single wing. Play action. Looking downfield. This time he's got pressure, and that time Cook was sacked. Number 50 was there for the Green Wave. Gabe Longest. Wow.
Yeah, there was nothing he could do there. He
No.
rode one way. There was a guy in his face and rode the other way, and a tackler was there. So there was nothing he could do. Luckily, he held on to the football.
Will Cartmell comes in for the Green Wave. Panthers come out. Single wing with an up back. Snap. Quarterback rolling out again. Cook looking for somebody. Down the field, finds him. Wide open at the 20, 35, down to the 31.
Burnett again.
Man, Burnett, he's had a ball game tonight,
He
Coach.
definitely has. And what I like about him is he's getting popped pretty good all night long, but keeps coming back and wanting the ball again.
3rd down and 1.5 yards. Clock at 4:56. Sun beginning the set. Beautiful setup. Double wing set now for the Panthers. Quarterback keeper. That time he passed the first down marker, and he's down near the 24-yard line. Cook with the keeper for a 1st and 10.
Yeah, Burnett, he's got 89 total yards right now.
Great. Great job by Jackson Cook on the quarterback keeper. It's 1st and 10 at the 23. 4:17 remaining in this contest. Panthers trail 28-0. But with an offensive drive, I set with a wing to the left. Receiver here to the near right. Inside veer. Got some running room. Shake and bake. Can he make it to the zone? Did he? He is 1 yard short.
Some nice running right there.
Is that Gooch?
Let me look.
24 coming off the field. Yes.
It's a nice run, and he did a good job of holding on the ball. I was kind of worried. You know, he's a 7th grader. Sometimes you're not used to getting hit by an 8th grader like that, but he did a good job fighting and zigzagging and almost getting in there.
I formation at the 3. Inside handoff. That's your man. He runs it in. Panthers, 3-yard run. By Burnett.
That gives him 92 yards on the night plus a touchdown.
So the Panthers going for the 2-point conversion. Offset wing, receiver on the far side. Handoff. Number 11 takes it in for 2, and that's Willoughby. So the 2-point conversion is good. So now your score is 28-8 with 3:34 left. Good drive there, Coach.
Yeah, it really was. It shows a lot of character on the coach's part. You know, Coach Lane not going to give up on them. He's going to keep coaching them, and he kept a positive attitude about it, and it kind of showed on the way they went out there and drove.
Next Tuesday night, we will be at Hawkins, taking on Hawkins Commandos. There at the Hendersonville High School Stadium, I believe. Friday night, Portland Sports Network will be on the air at 6:45. It's the Highway 76 rivalry. White House and Portland to kick off Week 1, Game 1 of the 2026 football season. Again, you can hear all the action right here on the Portland Sports Network. Andy Jennings, Coach John Thayer, Coach Miguel Amadeus, the Hall of Famer Curtis Marlin, Brandon Roberts. The game will be in White House Friday night. Kicks, onside. Can we retrieve it? No. Received by Matthew Griggs, who just caught it and hit the ground.
It was a good try. You had nothing to lose.
No, great kick. I mean, you wanted to go 10 and he went 15. So There you go. Actually went 14. So the Green Wave will take over, leading 28-8, 3:34 remaining. They still got their starting offense in. I guess that's what happens when you only got about 26 players.
That's true, but they got to be in good shape if they only got that many.
$27 to be exact. Quarterback under center, offset, single back in the backfield. Handoff, that's Griggs trying to find some running room, and boy, he was popped. Somebody brought the wood for the Panthers.
Yeah, that was a good-looking play. We had a claw Panthers in on that tackle.
Colt Rogers was a part of that, along with Shadowins. Good job by the defense of the Panthers. 2nd down and 9. Clock coming upon the 3-minute mark. Green Wave lead, 28-8.
Hey, don't forget middle school baseball tryouts are this coming Monday night, 6 to 8 at Portland High School baseball field.
Offset eye. Receivers over here on the left side. Motion. Snap. Little delayed. I believe they're going to have illegal procedure. Handoff was to Neelan Harris. Brought down near the 40. Would have been enough for a first down, but there's going to be illegal procedure.
Yeah, it's a good thing we just didn't set the edge at all there. So they had a pretty free reign to get to that corner.
So that's their 4th penalty for 20 yards. David Foster coming off the field for the Panthers. Coming in, number 56, Malachi Mandrell. On that big D line, coming out, number 90, Caden Mitchell. Rotating some players here. 2:27 left in this contest. 2nd down and 14. 28-8 is your score in favor of the Green Wave. Quarterback trying to line up his backfield. Running back to the left. Sniffer back to the right. Very easy, could have been flagged, but they didn't. Motion this way, receive. The running back in a speed sweep. Blaine Page, your running back, brought down. Bentley Moore there, coming up with the tackle, but also coming up a little lame. And Coach Lane calls a timeout. 1:45 remaining. Coach, we want to remind our listeners, Friday night action in White House. There is no bleachers on the visiting side. So please show up early, bring a chair, show up early, get a seat over on the home side. Let's stack the home side for the Panthers. Next Tuesday night, we'll be in Hendersonville taking on Hawkins. I believe that field is called Memorial Field down there in Commando Country. Is that right in saying?
I don't know, to be honest with you.
I don't know. But nevertheless, next Tuesday night, we will be in Hendersonville taking on Hawkins. Saturday morning sports show right here on the Portland Sports Network, Off the Rails. Also, the Portland Youth Football League, PYFL, the Panther Bowl at Richland Park starting at 9 o'clock. We've got teams from Greenbrier, Portland, East Robertson, and there's another team coming. A big Panther Bowl for all age groups. So please come, hang out with us, support your young Panthers for the PYFL, and celebrate the new concession stand and
you know what they're serving there by any chance?
I think they got a lot going on, man. They got all kinds of warmers and everything else going in over there.
Cool.
Snap, inside handoff. Panthers there to make the stop. Number 41, that's Sir Barry.
Well,
they dedicated a press box and concession stand ribbon cutting this afternoon at 5:30, and they was planning on serving some light snacks, so should be good.
I know what, it'll be hard to beat the Panther Den, but I bet they're going to try.
Yeah, they're going to make it right.
Which is good. Everybody picking their game up is just good for the community.
Soccer,
I can tell you this, coming to a game here, you know you're going to eat, and it ain't just eating, concession stand food. It's really good food.
It's some good stuff.
They do a good job. I would highly recommend it.
Yes.
And you need to hook us up over there. Get us a gig on the. Come over there to get them to feed us a little bit. We'll shout them out 15,000 times. And we do anything for food.
That's right. We'll work for food, right? Come on. Yes, beautiful press box and concession stand over at Richland Park. I will be on the mic doing some PA work for them this season, so please come support your Portland Youth Football. Single back formation, receivers right and left for the Green Wave on a 4th and 8 at the 49. Handoff, looking for some running room, and he got nothing. Good job. Number 19, Braylon Cherry was there.
Number 56 is also Mandrell.
Yes. Mandrell was there to make the stop, so it will be a turnover on downs for the Panthers, and they'll have the football at the 49-yard line. We're going to keep it right here, Coach.
Yeah, let's see if we can get something going here.
28-8 is your score. If the score holds up, your Panthers will be 0-3, and your Shafer Green Wave will be 3-0. You know, Coach, we've played so well. The running defense has done well. Just some breakdowns in the secondary and just missed tackles, and that's been really the difference of the game, Coach.
Yeah, it has. That little formation where they load up on one side, little trips plus one, it's kind of hard to defend.
They brought in some substitutes on the defensive side of the ball. Cook looking downfield. Does he have a receiver?
Nice
yes, he
catch.
does. What a catch. And steps out of bounds. That's Barnett.
He needs to come out for baseball on Monday.
Man, what a catch. That's one of those ESPN top 10.
Yeah, I could see him playing a little outfield, running some balls down for us.
Great job. Ran out of bounds, stopped the clock. Ball's at the 39-yard line. Some mass substitutions for the Green Wave. Panthers line up. Single set back, trips receiver on the left side. Quarterback rolls out to that side. Got pressure, and he is brought down. Number 87 and number 50. Number 67. That's Levi Birch. And number 50, Gabe Longus there to make the stop on the sack. and Coach Lane takes a timeout. We're going to take a 30-second timeout. You listen to Panther Football on the Portland Sports Network.
In the city or in the woods, help keep America looking good. Give a hoot, don't pollute. Brought to you by the U.S. Department of Agriculture's Forest Service.
Special thanks to Stacy Lane with High Point Family Wellness and Pediatrics for hooking PSN up with a quality camera to video these events. Thank you.
We're back. 2nd down and 16 after the sack by the Green Wave. Panthers trail 28-8, 109 left remaining in this contest. Play action. Quarterback rolling out, looking downfield. Got a receiver, and that time is knocked down. Great defense by the Green Wave.
Yeah, it was just a little bit underthrown.
Looks like Page was there to break it up. Yeah, it was. 3rd and 16.
What I like about it, though, is this kid, 7th grader, got popped pretty good right then. How he handled it, he got back up and wanted to be the quarterback still.
Cook doing a tremendous job tonight. I formation with the wing back to the far side. Snap. Play action. Little screen pass in the flat. That is the flat. And flat got knocked flat. 2 yards back behind the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, it was a good pass, kind of wrong-sided, so to speak, in a way.
Well, he had to throw it across his body a little bit there,
so
Coach.
it's kind of hard to make a really good move at that point. But he did get popped pretty good, but got back up.
34 seconds and counting, 4th and 17. This could be the final offensive play unless we get 17 yards here. 26 and counting. Snap, quarterback rolling out, looking downfield. Got a receiver in the flat. Guess who it is? Burnett. Misses 1, misses 2, gets out of bounds at the 35, but it's not going to be enough, Coach.
Yeah, it was a nice play, though. There's some stuff to work on. You know what I mean? They can build on some of these little passes here and give them just a little twist because they're going to need that going forward. They're going to need more than that 1-2 punch. You know, Cook ran the ball a couple times pretty effectively tonight. He's got that tush-push deal, even though it's illegal. It's not really a tush-push, but a quarterback sneak going on. He's been effective with that. But tonight, you know, a couple passes here late that, like I said, there's a lot to build on.
So the Green Wave should be in victory formation, to say the least. And they are. And we got a flag. I think they got 12 men on the field.
And the coach is just screaming, just anybody get off. Like, you know what I mean?
I mean, good grief, man.
We're in the victory formation. We ain't going to do nothing. Just, I don't care who's the one that comes off. Just come off.
Yeah, I understand that, but when you're wanting to play, Coach, you just want to be out there, right?
I guess so.
Victory formation for the Green Wave. Final snap of the night. And the kneel down. And that should be it. Your final score from Memorial Field, Edgar Johnson Stadium, the Shafer Green Wave go to 3-0, and your Panthers fall to 0-3. 28-8 is your final score. We'll be back with the post-game wrap-up show right after this.
Tennessee Commission for the United States Semi-Quincentennial was created to plan, encourage, develop, and coordinate the commemoration of the 250th anniversary of the founding of the United States, and recognize Tennessee's integral role in that event and the impact of its people on the nation's past, present, and future. The Commission promotes an inclusive statewide celebration and educational commemoration of America's 250th by interpreting and preserving Tennessee's unique stories, objects, landmarks, and places across our diverse state that define who we are as Tennesseans and Americans.
In the city or in the woods, help keep America looking good. Give a hoot, don't pollute.
Brought to you by the U.S. Department of Agriculture's Forest Service.
Hey, this is Chris Rippey, 1997 graduate and Portland High School Hall of Famer. You are listening to PHS Football on Portland Sports Network.
It's the post-game wrap-up show here on the Portland Sports Network. Our Panthers fall to 0-3 tonight, 28-8. Defeat of the now 3-0 Green Wave of Shafer. Robert Gilman, Curtis Marlin, the coach John Thayer for the post-game wrap-up show. Coach, 4 big pass plays was the difference in this ball game. And defensively, we done well. Just some breakdowns in the passing game. Running game looked well. There were moments of spurts and still some stuff. It seems like week after week there's something else they got to work on. And right now, tackling in the open field and coverage from the defensive back.
Yeah, they'll get it down. Shafer did just enough running to keep us where we had to concentrate on the running game.
Yeah.
But they exploited us on the edges big time with their trips and quad guys out there, and we just couldn't do anything with it. But we never gave up. The offense did pretty decent running the ball late.
Yeah.
We got some little swing passes out. So even though they're not really swing passes because they're further downfield, but they were good passes nonetheless, something to build on because if you give teams more to look at during practice, they can't just lock up and load the box on you like that.
That's right.
So that part of it was good. You know, Coach Lane's a great coach. He'll get them. He'll get onto them when he needs to get onto them, and he'll pick them up when they need to get rid up. And we still got, 5 more games? And the 4 games at the end of the season are the ones that matter.
That matter.
So, they'll get it straightened out. They'll keep working hard, and nothing to hang your head about. Just keep working hard and get better.
So our final statistics tonight, Coach.
All right. Shafer had 4 first downs. That just seems amazing. 30 yards rushing, 256 yards passing for a total of 283 yards. Penalties 5 for 25, 0 turnovers in only 19 plays, and 4 of them were touchdowns.
Oh, man.
Portland had 7 first downs, 81 rushing yards, 55 passing yards, a total of 136 yards. 1 penalty, which I like the lack of penalties because that's really key on offense. You don't want to have illegal procedures and, holdings and all that kind of stuff. So that's a lot to build on for me because when you're middle school, you don't want to have holds and false starts and that kind of sloppiness, and you don't want to turn the ball over. Yeah. And we only had 1 turnover as well. 33 total plays. Burnett had 113 total yards. Really looked good tonight.
And when you look at the numbers, see, Curtis, when you look at the numbers, the first downs, the rushing yards, the plays, the number of plays that we ran, compared to them and first downs, you would think there's no doubt that the Panthers won this football game.
Yeah, we were stat-wise we were there. The big plays-wise we wasn't there.
That's it. That's the call, Coach. Next week, next Tuesday night, we will be in Hendersonville taking on Hawkins. You can hear all that coverage right here on the Portland Sports Network. Again, reminding our listeners, Portland High School football kicks off this Friday night. It's the Highway 76 rivalry at White House. And to remind our listeners, they will not have visitor seating, no bleachers on the visiting side. So you better come early. If you're planning on sitting down, bring you a chair. I say show up at 5:30 and let's pack the home side over there and take the home field away from them. Coach, your final thoughts as we close out this evening?
My final thoughts are let's just keep working and getting better. And Coach Dupree, our new head coach in football, during his first press conference, he had a Beat White House T-shirt. So let's go beat White House in the high school Friday night.
Let's go. So, on behalf of Robert Gilman, Coach John Thayer, Curtis Marlin, Brandon Roberts was in the booth. Your final score tonight, the Green Wave of Shafer, 28. Your Panthers, 8. Until next time, Panther Nation, God bless and have a great evening.
Nobody had to tell your grandparents not to drive while using their typewriters. Why should it be any different for us kids and our cell phones? Distracted driving was the cause of more than 3,000 deaths in 2022. Come on, we're smarter than this. Let's put down the phones and focus on the roads. Drive safe, everybody.
Don't drive distracted. A message brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, Project Yellow Light, and the Ad Council.